3, target T-72. 2, target Shuka. I got it.
This is Thunder 1. That's mission accomplished. Looks like we messed him up pretty bad. Let's go home.
3, engage Shuka.
Hi everyone, I'm Flash Ranger and I'm going to talk about Malden 2035 Island, part of the next update coming in June 2017. You can find every information on that update, free update by the way, on Bohemia's forum and on Bohemia's website. I'm quite excited here because it's probably going to be the update I'm looking forward the most. It's an anniversary update which commemorates the 15 years of Bohemia launching Operation Flashpoint, which you might know as Arma Cold War Assault. I'll just leave you to see one or two of those missions. I've been playing tons and tons of times on Operation Flashpoint, just so you understand how I see Malden, for having played on it for 7 years, from 2001 to 2008 or 9.
Hey, Kozlowski, you meathead, I was listening to that.
Hey, you guys, enough already. It's bad enough being cooped up on this miserable lump of rock without having to share it with the two of you.
In Bonn, the G7
Now shut up and
summit
you might
concluded
learn
today
something.
after 3 days of negotiations. Representatives were successful on measures to curb inflation, but were unable to reach a consensus on a global anti-drugs program. The U.S. President Ronald Reagan described the talks as a major step forward. Over in the Soviet
Pipe
Union,
down, children.
Mikhail Gorbachev, the new General Secretary of the Communist Party, is facing the first test of his leadership as the crisis in his country grows. The Politburo is said to be divided over Mr. Gorbachev's plans for political and economic reform, so-called perestroika. The head of the KGB, Nikolai Stronsky, is reported to have left for his dacha in the Crimea with a number of senior military figures. But official Kremlin sources deny any split. Sport now, and Czechoslovakia has won the World Ice Hockey Championship after defeating
The Czechs
Canada
couldn't beat a team
5-3
of
at home in
schoolgirls.
Prague.
Meathead?
You stink, Fowley.
I don't know, Armstrong. If our tour wasn't up next week, I'd seriously consider swimming home.
What is this, a tea party? You ladies were due on the parade ground 10 minutes ago. Now get your asses out there or I'll have them stitched into footballs and kick them from here to New Jersey. Valley, get those shoulders back. Stand up straight, Kozlowski. That's more like it. If I were a Russian, I'd take one look at you bunch of schoolgirls and laugh all the way to the US of A. You boys may be flying home next week, but if I send you back like this, Uncle Sam will think we're running a holiday camp out here. So before I ship you out, I'm gonna shape you up. Armstrong, if anyone needs to shape up, Armstrong, it's you. I've seen sumo wrestlers with flatter stomachs than yours. Can you see that truck over there, soldier? Can ya? Sprint there! Now move your ass!
Received, Papa Bear. Adjusting course. ETA 30 seconds. Over.
When you've dealt with the BMPs, return to your assigned mission. Cool down.
All
Stations.
stations.
Help. Papa Bear, out.
All.
Fire!
All. Foxtrot. 5, 3.
Target T-72, 2, 3. Fire! 2 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier 200.
3. Injured.
Keep formation.
Go to
We've got
one.
bad guys
Eight,
coming in
three.
from every side. We can't let them take the fort.
Contact.
Armstrong, man that machine gun on the left, near the house. Move it.
7. Gunner. Get in machine gun. 6. Soldier. 200.
5. Engaging.
2. Target officer.
1 o'clock. Enemy. Officer 100.
Machine gunner is history. 5. Target soldier.
1 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier 100. 2 o'clock. Enemy. Machine gunner 100.
3 o'clock. Enemy. MI-17. 500. 6 o'clock. Tank. 500. 3 is down. 4 o'clock. Tank. 200. 10 o'clock. MI-17. 200.
Another bunch of bad guys bites the dust. Am I good or am I good? 80, 50, 2, gunfire. 12 o'clock, T-72, 50.
Looks like we didn't get them all. Load that rocket launcher and fire at will.
2, engage at will. 2, go, go, go. I've got him. 2, target T-72. 7 o'clock, T-72, 100.
Alpha to base. Mission accomplished. How about you come pick us up? This smoke's killing my eyes. Copy that, Alpha. Transport on way. Eagle Eye 4 to base. We're getting some faint infrared signals down there on the ground. Looks like you could have guests. Over. Received 4. We're dispatching a commando team in a chopper to check it out. Base out.
I haven't heard any shots yet, so the main wave can't have started. The attack has got to start soon. They're saying our wave will be the easiest, but I don't believe them. They always say that. Well, I'm not afraid.
All. Move to tree.
Head down
3
the
o'clock.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot, communicate, move. Aha. Just make it out in one piece.
Shh! Here comes the drop zone. We have to take the village over that hill. We'll only be facing infantry and light armor, but stay sharp and maintain unit cohesion. And keep your distance intervals from each other. I want to see one hand grenade take out half my squad. No John Wayne heroics. Understand? This is not an exercise. I don't want to see you going home in a box.
Right. So now you have watched those cutscenes and gameplay sessions of Operation Flashpoint. You can now much more appreciate Malden Malden's landscape and how it was and how it is in my head. Malden is historically the best terrain they ever did, in my sense. A lot of people would say otherwise, but whatever, that's my video, so I'll say it my ways. Malden is very diverse, has a very diverse landscape, and that's what I'm really going to try to show you in this video. I'm going to start here with the base, the main base of this island here. You can find it in the southeast part of the island. This base is, you can see the base in a few of the cutscenes in the intro video I displayed a few minutes ago. The training site and the base you're in Flashpoint is this one. Much difference, a lot of difference here on this 2035 version. They've added a lot of buildings in this base. Some would say we love the base, and some would say that's probably a better base. Of course, in Operation Flashpoint, you could find nothing in the middle, a few buildings around, and that's it. Basically, this base here is much more interesting because they added a heliport. They added a few building barracks and things. So this base is much more interesting here for gameplay. Also, it is now a secondary base. Sorry, because I think they transferred the main base to. I'll try to show you. To the air base, to the airfield here, which is in the north part of the island. And historically, in Flashpoint, this air base wasn't that big. It was pretty small. I mean, half as big, probably. And here they really they brought a lot of content in the background of this airbase. You've got now you have a real big base here for mission makers to bring content in. I'm sure that Milsim people will love this one, and they really added a lot of heliports, some sheds for the planes and things. They have a civilian airfield here, so civilian planes can go take flight here. So this airbase is really interesting. They brought a lot of content in this one. You can see here they also brought a football field, or a basketball field, sorry, for the military personnel to train on. This base is really interesting. Why? Because it is in the north part of the island, where is located the desert. So Malden was a very interesting island because it had a lot of different landscapes. You had mountains, you had deserts, you had water, you had a lot of forests. Malden is one of the probably one of the most complete terrains that Bohemia created throughout those 15 years of Arma series. And I can perfectly remember those that mission, Vulcan, sorry, mission where you had to bring those anti-air USA anti-air personnels to the base here, the background base here, and to defend that area against Russian invasion, and that was pretty good. Pretty cool, sorry, pretty good. They added a lot of content to this desert here. A lot of rocks, I think, and they brought here some really interesting content. It looks like they brought a semi-apocalypse area here, where you can find broken military buildings and things. You can see that they brought a whole new area to Malden here, probably to satisfy those guys that will want to, like me, create some cool videos with zombies and things. So that's pretty awesome here. And I have to mention that this whole part here was not in Operation Flashpoint, so that really shows how there was an evolution from 1985 Flashpoint. I mean the Flashpoint period, Cold War period, and the futuristic 2035 years of Arma 3. I am going to bring you to one, I mean probably my top 3 areas in Malden. This canyon here is probably one of the most interesting parts of the island. This canyon here is one of the place that most of the veterans from the Operation Flashpoint will recognize, because a lot of content was built by mission makers in this area here. Why? Because it's one of the first and only, probably one of the only real cliffs that you can find in one of the terrains that Bohemia released, and here I can see already a lot of mission makers bringing some scenarios into those cliffs here. I don't know, big fog, underwater invasion through this canyon here. And if we take a little closer here, you'll see that you have a little path coming down here, and most important part in the canyon here, you have that little area which was very risky in Operation Flashpoint, because you couldn't really go down here. It was really steep, and you had two choices: either go straight down and break your legs, or go down on your stomach and go down all the way. So this area here, where you can go down those slopes right directly from the city here, which I do not remember the name. It's not Chopois, because Chopois is much further east. Whatever. You can really build a lot of scenarios here. I can see already a few scenarios some PvP scenarios here where you could have a death match here, and like a gun game with the hills, the mountain, hide in the vines here, and in the city. This is one of the pretty cool parts of Malden. I am now going to bring you to Houdan. Houdan is my number one area in Malden. Malden was the theater of the demo they created. The demo they released in 2001 for Operation Flashpoint. And Houdan was the city you ambush in the second single mission of Operation Flashpoint. Just for the history, you start over there with the sergeant. Take a car, take rocket launchers, personnel over there. Join Bravo Squad, I think, which camp here, and go through the mountains over there to attack that little village here, little pot here, and then go down onto Houdan, and Houdan is resisting like hell. And you can see here in Houdan they really brought a lot of content. In Houdan in Operation Flashpoint was really little. It was a little city, not much in, and you can see this contrast between this Malden 1985 and this Malden 2035. A lot more houses, new content. Really interesting city here. It really shows how time has effect on the island, and that is really nice. In Operation Flashpoint, you didn't have all those houses here, and in the end of the ambush scenario, you were extracted by helicopter by Black Hawk from this location on the beach. So that's a lot of memories here, and I really love to come back to this new content, even though you can find the cup version of Malden and all the other maps from Operation Flashpoint and all Arma series in the mod in the workshop. This version, free release, free update release, is really interesting, and you can find one of the interesting things here is you can find those posts here, those signs here, chercher l'appétit, which is find the appetite in French. Those things I think were created into in a how you call that, in a contest. The Project Argo launched a few months ago. I don't remember. Some will probably know better than me. Don't hesitate to put some comments in the for the video, so I can probably come back on some elements I missed in another video. So last thing I'm going to show you is the mountains. As I said, Malden is a very interesting landscape terrain, because it had a desert, it has mountains, and the mountains in Malden are really nice. They really look like Altis mountains here. You have those villages at the top of the mountain where you can find a lot of rocks and things. You've got, those. I don't even know how you call those areas in English. In French, they would be a plateau. I don't even know. Whatever. It's really look at that. It's really on the top of the world here. You can have access to the whole of the island from these mountains here, as Malden is not a very big island, and you could probably have. I can already see some battle royal scenarios here taking place, having people run down those slopes trying to access the cities and loot some content. Again, Malden is a lot of memories and a lot of emotions for us veterans from the Arma series, and I like to thank Bohemia and all the Arma devs that worked on this content and continue working on any content that is released in Arma 3. They are doing a real amazing job, building intelligent content for us to have a lot of fun on, and I really appreciate playing those Arma series. I've been playing since 2001 and have never had some disappointment in anything that Bohemia has done. So keep it up, guys. I'm really pleased of that beautiful Malden 2035. It's an amazing job. Can't wait to have the official release in June. See you anytime, guys. Don't hesitate to share this video, put a like, press the like button, and don't hesitate to comment. Give me your whatever you think of this video and of the Arma content and of the Malden terrain. I'll be pleased to cover anything for you guys. Have a good evening, day, night, whatever you're into. Bye-bye.
Firefly Tower, this is Thunder at runway 2, ready for takeoff.
Thunder, this is Firefly Tower. Cleared for takeoff, runway 2.
Roger. Thunder rolling.
This is Thunder 3. I think I've got a problem, guys. Fuel's real low and I'm losing power in both engines. I'm gonna have to bail out.